Dagenham, Joshua.
Hello, mate.
Joshua.
Hello, mate. You alright?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is definitely a war against drivers. That one, to be honest. With Rishi trying and get himself into the election and winning it based on the war against drivers. I'll give an example. Sadiq Khan. This week he's come out saying about how he's going to charge drivers a toll fee just to use the Blackwall Tunnel.
They already have a toll on the Blackwall Tunnel.
No, they don't. They don't have a toll. Like, you're talking about the Dartford Crossing.
Oh, the Dartford Crossing, yeah.
But because they're building a tunnel, Silvertown, to ease the congestion at Blackwall Tunnel, they're adding a toll. What's the need for that, number one? You have the U-list. You have, in London, majority now, if you go to places like Hackney, Streatham, you have these useless
moaning and I feel the life just draining out of me, Joshua. It is. It's just so painful. What is it? What is it that you want?
What do you mean? These LTNs are useless. I mean, think about it.
The LTNs are useless. What on earth does that mean?
So the London traffic neighbourhoods.
Yeah.
So, for example,
no, I know what they stand for. I'm asking why are they useless? I mean, not that I'm really.
Okay. If you want to go through a street, you can't go through there, so you have
to.
Take
and how marvellous that is for the people who live on that street.
Not particularly.
Well, yeah, particularly because they don't have queues of traffic outside their front window.
But it causes more congestion on another street. Another street. I do understand that. Oh yeah, fair enough. On the roads where schools are, that's understandable. But come on.
You know, people like you were complaining just the other day about the council that had put bollards up on the pavement near schools because people were driving on the pavement to get around the jams caused by parents driving their kids to school. And people were complaining about the council stopping people driving on the pavement as part of the war on motorists. I can't hear any more of it, Joshua. I just can't. It's excruciating. 0345 6060 973. Let's have Chester. Hello, Jake.
Oh, Nick, you okay?
Yeah, good, thanks.
You had a good week?
Yeah. It was all right.
I'm just... That last caller there is just the epitome of, like, talking about stuff that doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
Suella Braverman's speech this week, I'm a gay man myself, right? And what she said offended me. And I mean, I'm not easily offended. I'm used to her rubbish and her, she's just not a nice person. But what I don't understand is why Rishi's not stood up and said something. And in my mind, he won't stand up and say something because I believe she's got more power than anyone knows, within the Conservative Party. And
you know this argument that people have been having about those bully dogs. That inadequate people have like a wild animal that could rip the throat out of a human being, and they use it as a weapon. Well, that's exactly what you're talking about. Rishi Sunak is the inadequate with a Suella Braverman on a piece of string, walking around in public.
Exactly, that's the point. I mean, come on. He's not for motorists. What he's done is he's jumped on the Uxbridge by-election result and he's found anything. It's so see-through in what he does. And then you've got the last caller going on about, oh, my God, I might have to pay a little bit more. Yeah. But it doesn't affect that many people. And what gets me more than anything is I don't understand why people can't see through this. I mean, back in the day...
You don't have to actually be too downhearted because people can see through it. That is that is a function of their desperation. Nothing they're doing is working. And so they're going to... because they can't think of anything else, they're just having to ramp it up and up and up, which is what Suella Braverman did about, if you're gay and you're potentially at risk of being killed in the country that you live in, then, what's that got to do with us? Was essentially what I took from that speech. And then she talked about the grooming gangs being overwhelmingly Pakistani, which was a lie. And it's and it's going to get much worse. We're at the foothills now. If you think it's bad now, just wait, because towards the next general election, they're going to look at the polls and they're going to become more and more terrified of being out of power for their lifetimes.